Hello everyone, I'm LordMidas and welcome back to the great iconoclast empire of Carpathia. In the last episode, our threat finally dropped below the 5% limit, making all of the defensive pacts against us expire and making it the perfect time to go ahead with a lot of holy wars against our pagan neighbors and expand our territory towards forming the Slavic Union. So I did say that I will declare these wars between this episode and the last one, but when I tried to declare them, you will see that the council does not agree, and there are different reasons for that. So one of them is malcontent, but the glory hounds are not voting because they think that the enemy is too weak, and the pragmatists are not voting because we are already at war with the High Chiefdom of Carantania here, and they don't like to have multiple wars going on. So we're gonna have to fix this council situation before I can declare the holy wars here. So what we will do is we will fix the council situation first and foremost, and then I will declare the wars by taking a shortcut in the video so that you don't have to go through all of that tedious stuff, and then we will resume when I come back from declaring all of those holy wars. And I've also noticed a couple of other things in the break. So for example, the kingdom of Epirus down here, we could directly declare a claimant war against him. So we've got a claimant who is 53 years old and he's iconoclast and he's somehow living in our realm. He has a strong claim on the kingdom of Epirus, so I think we're going to go ahead and declare this claimant war against the kingdom of Epirus over here and get all of that in just one war. And over here, the king of Poland has become Catholic. So he's no longer pagan, so we won't be able to declare a holy war over here, which is unfortunate because we do need the Kingdom of Poland for our Slavic Union achievement. And his heir currently is a Slavic pagan because they still have the elective Gavelkind succession law. So we could either wait for him to die and let this guy inherit and then declare holy wars, or what I've also noticed is that we can also press a claimant war over here and claim the Duchy of Bohemia. So we've got a couple of claimants in our realm. One of them is Catholic, the other is Slavic. We're going to probably press the Slavic guy's claim because he's younger. This guy's too old. So Petr Premsilit, he's Slavic and has a strong claim on the Duchy of Bohemia here. So these two counties. And we also need the land in Bohemia in order to make the Slavic Union. So we're going to definitely go ahead and press this claimant war right now. So I'm going to put this guy on special interest, and also over here the claimant for Epirus, put him on special interest, and this guy might die pretty soon. So I think it's very important that we go ahead with this war as soon as possible. And so let's go ahead and fix the council now. So let's remove the malcontent marshal that we've got and appoint Izyaslav, who's loyalist, and hopefully will definitely vote in favor of our wars. And the other council member that I saw that we could change is the spy master. And for this one, I'm going to choose my wife already because we are celibate now and she's 43 years old, so I do not expect much pregnancy going on here. So it's safe to put her on spy master duty in Constantinople. And I've also seen that she has embraced the monothelite heresy, which is an iconoclast heresy. So we'll definitely ask her to convert back to the real faith as soon as possible. So let's first request council support from these couple of people here. And with the loyalist and these two people voting in favor for us, I think we will have enough votes to declare the wars. Yeah, so this will give us a couple of votes, and that should balance out the voting situation. Alright, let's resume the game until that happens. Rodislav says my favorite toy is missing, and he won't go to bed without it. His favorite toy, not my favorite toy, alright. I may have thrown it out today when I was tidying up. Alright, we can offer to buy a new one then. Yeah, definitely. He might become fussy. My offer to purchase a new toy was rejected by Rodislav. He is upset. I would even suggest such a thing. There's no pleasing this child. He has become fussy. That's a bit unfortunate. Alright, the Chancellor will support us, and while that goes on, also some word about France here, because France also has a couple of counties in Bohemia, these two ones over here, and we will need to get it off of France. What I've seen is they still have the Gavelkind succession law going on, And if the King of France produces more sons, which he might because his wife is still 36, the kingdom will eventually split apart, and then we might just have to go against a smaller realm to get that those two counties off of them. Going against the entire might of France is not something that I'm interested in just right now. So that's something for the future that we can think about. Alright, let's wait for the next council support. I live my life as other men do, navigating its rocks and obstacles, doing my best to achieve success in my endeavors. Still, everything we do takes place in the light of the Blessed Virgin, and we must take care lest the influence of Lucifer comes into our lives. Indeed it is so. We shall ponder it more deeply, because we are pious like that. And what's that? King of Lombardy wants to marry someone to my daughter. This guy is a brother of the king, 18 years old. I think I'm gonna decline this for now because I'm not very interested in marrying into his family just yet. We might get a better proposal for our daughter eventually. And there it is. Council support has been established. And now we can declare holy wars, which is perfect. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and take a cut in the video right now, declare all of these wars, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so I have gone ahead and declared a lot of holy wars here, along with a couple of claim wars. So we're pressing the claim against Epirus of Mstislav, it's Mislav. Yeah, Mislav Mislavich. And I've given him the chiefdom of Ladoga for now to land him so that we get the kingdom of Epirus when we press his claim. And for Peter, we are currently pressing his claim here, but he's not landed. But we're going to fix that very quickly because I've noticed that one of my vassals here, High Chief Jeremy, the Blushing of Ryazan, is Slavic. So we're going to revoke his title. He will accept. And we're going to give this chiefdom to Peter so that we also get that land when we press his claim. And yeah, that's a lot of wars. So we are pressing a lot of wars over here and also some wars down south here. So the way we're going to do it is we're going to make two stacks. So one big stack on the southern region here who will take care of these wars. And then one big stack which will take care of these wars on the northern side. And I think we'll get about, like, let's say 10 to 15k troops in each stack. And that's when I call my vassals to war. And then we can calculate how much army we have and how we can ask them to attach to different armies. Alright, here we've got about 7k here and 1k here. So that makes it about 8k troops already down here. And here we have about 2k. So let's say we will ask about 5k people to join down here and about, let's say, 10 to 12k people to join up north there. Also, one thing, I could have declared a holy war against this Khagan here as well, Khagan Buri of Yavrumach, for a holy war for this territory down here. But I did not do that because he's the suzerain of the Byzantine Empire. And the Byzantine Empire has got 7k troops, and I don't really want to fight them when I can avoid it. Yeah, so I don't want to have an unnecessary war going on with the Byzantine Empire because he will join that war because he's a tributary. So we can avoid getting that land. We don't really need it either. It's part of the Khazaria de jure kingdom. So it doesn't really matter if we get it or not. But we will get all the other land that we can easily get. Alright, so let's wait a little bit while all the vassals join our war. And apparently we do have to appoint a new commander. And it's going to be Demit. I don't want to appoint my patriarch, so Demit, courtier in Carpathia, is going to be a commander. And now let's wait for all the vassals to join us in this war. Revocation has been accepted, and revoke the chiefdom now. And oops. The frame rate kind of dropped suddenly. I think it's probably because of, look at that, all those armies spawning immediately. Yeah, I had some, the game seems to be freezing up a little bit. Alright, Peter is gonna get the chiefdom of Lübeck. Like that. And now we're all set to get all the land that we're pressing our claims for. Let's go ahead and finish this war against Carantania as fast as possible. Wow, 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 look at that. The frame rate is really chugging when I resume the game. Kardaz of Perislav. Alright, yeah, people are gonna join their lieges as well. Svatophora Daria. Apparently a member of the community of St. Basil, because she's Svatophora, while we are Svatophoros or something like that. Yes. Has contacted me asking if I have any interest in learning more about roses. Fascinating, we should visit the monastery where this feat has been accomplished. Yeah, while our armies go to war. Community of St. Basil is in need of more funds. We're going to decline that because we are in need of funds as well. And we are spreading the faith. The young Domavuj seems to have a lot of independent opinions and refuses to listen to the priest. Let's make him patient, because we are good like that. I should try to stop these tendencies. And he became cynical, did not become patient. Alright. And how is the war score down here? Oh, he is part of the Christian Defensive Pact. Yeah, because he was at war with us while the Defensive Pact expired. The war score is 88%. So let's take care of this army. And then go back here. And now I think all the vassals have joined us. We can ask them to join together with people as we prefer. So here are going to be a lot of people coming over here. So let's first fix this situation. So we know that we have about 8k already here. So we need about, that's 15k, 2.5, and that's about 3k now. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the southern side. Let's say we also add Yevstafia here. And that's it. The rest of the army is going to attach up here. There's going to be a lot of troops, isn't it? Wow, 5k from the King of Lombardy alone. And it's pretty good that he is still tribal. And this way we get all of his levies, basically. Let's see, the supply situation is 20k here. I think we're going to go ahead and stand somewhere close to where we want to fight. So let's already start moving our stack down here. Yeah, this looks good now. Escorted through the gardens of the monastery, I immediately spot the work of Sister Daria, and she's asking me to help her out, and we can become gardener just like our father. We're also a poet. Our father was a gardener, and we are a poet already, and we're going to go ahead and become gardener. I would love to. There's something grounding to gardening. Exactly. We have become a gardener. Oh my god, the frame rate when I resume the game is really, really terrible. Just have a look. Wow, did you see that? Oh my god, I've never seen such low FPS before. And some of our armies are getting killed down here. So, is the game going to continue to run like this? Apparently, yes. Wow, I think that's really unplayable, the way it's running. Yeah, I think that's completely unplayable. So this is a bit of a problem, isn't it? I did not expect to see that. And yeah, so this is not working. I think it's probably because there's so many armies raised at the same time that the CPU is more or less completely overloaded with calculations. So, in order to make it a proper video then, I think we're going to have to do a little bit of a trick here. Because this is going to be really painful for... this is going to be really painful for you to watch. I don't want to put you through all of this pain. So what we'll do is... I'm gonna start cutting the video again. So whenever I go ahead and win a war and I'm ready to enforce demands, I will resume there and show you that we won that war. And in the meantime, if I get an important event, etc., that where we want to make a decision or something like that, I will also pause the, let's say, cut the video there and show you that event. But in the meantime, we're going to cut all of this low FPS stuff where I'm just moving my armies, because this is going to be really, really slow, I think, and quite painful. Not productive for you to watch. Alright, so I'm going to cut the video right now, and I'll see you next time when I get an event or we're ready to enforce demands against some kind of an enemy. Alright, so our steward has died. High Chief Putyat of Tver has inherited High Chief of Tver from High Chief Yeremy the Hollow, who was infirm and died bedridden and infirm on the 8th of October. He was our steward and was a pretty decent one. So now we have to appoint a new one. And currently we don't really have a good candidate, so we're going to go ahead and invite someone else with high stewardship. This is going to be this Catholic guy, but he hates us. Why? Zealous. And this guy hates me because of vicious rumors. Alright, then I'm going to just invite this 16 level guy who doesn't hate me that much. Invite to court. And as soon as he's here, I will appoint him as the steward. Oh, and we can also appoint a new commander now. And this is going to be the King of Lombardy, because he's pretty good at marshal. And he used to be our marshal, and now he's going to be a commander. And I think I'm going to already put him to lead the army down over here. Actually, he's a southerner, more or less. So let's put him to lead this stack over here. And yeah, we do have to give away some commanders to the armies now. Holy Warrior. Now he's probably going to lead troops up north then, over here. The Holy Warrior, the Vsevolod. And for this side, it's going to be Voislav, my brother. Yeah. Okay, so the guy that we invited has joined our court. He's going to get appointed as a steward. We're going to put him to build legend over here. And what I've also noticed is that we're ready to press our claims, or let's say enforce demands against the High Chief of Carantania, who was pressing somebody's claim against us. He will pay 20 gold to us. Alright, we're going to finish that war at least. And now we're going to start moving this big stack that we're developing down to Epirus, because I really, really want to finish this war at the highest priority before Chief Mislav of Ladoga dies and we lose the claim on Epirus like that. So let's send this army down to Epirus. Okay, so we are ready to enforce demands on our first holy war down here against High Chief Atiamas II of Smolensk. Let's go ahead and do that, and we have won our first holy war and gained this county. We're going to keep it because we're still within our domain limit, and that has given us already 16% threat. And yeah, I think by the time we're done with a couple of more wars, we will be back to 100% really, really fast. Yeah, in the meantime, our army down here is still moving towards Epirus. Alright, here is some news. After 100 years under the Kingdom of Lombardy, the Grand Principality of Spoleto is no longer considered a de jure part of the Papal States. Down here, so this is now considered de jure part of the Kingdom of Lombardy. So the Papal States have lost some de jure land here, and now the de jure land of the Papal States is effectively split apart into non-connected pieces of land. And that's interesting. The Kingdom of Lombardy is now even bigger than it used to be. So over here we're fighting a couple of people, and what I've noticed is that I kind of missed this one guy over here, Chief Chumbulat of Siprokov. I forgot to, let's say, I missed declaring a war against him, so we won't be conquering this land just yet. But we will come back here with our retinues once we're finished with all the holy wars and just assault him, even with all the threat that we gain afterwards. Alright, down here the army is still on its way to Epirus. Alright, look at that. Tsar Milan the Blessed has inherited Kingdom of Pannonia and other titles from King Demetrius the Young, who has died of severe stress. He was our brother at age 37. So, yeah, this has been a very interesting storyline, what has happened in Pannonia. all the back and forth usurping stuff going on here. And then he died as well. And previously, I remember that we gave the Kingdom of Pannonia to Walker, who was also a dynasty member, and he also died. I think he was the son of King Emperor Demetrius. Yeah, Walker. He was slain by someone in personal combat. And now, Demetrius the Young, Demetrius True, has also died of severe stress, and we got the kingdom back. Yeah, this holding the Kingdom of Pannonia in our domain is proving quite hard, isn't it? Yeah. So I think I'm going to give this to one of my sons. The Lunatic. Shall we do that? Or maybe being a lunatic will make his vassals hate him. And that way, the factions will again appoint someone else. Yeah, but this is putting me over my vassal limit, so I have to do something here. I think we will give it to one of our sons. Vyacheslav, because to the other son, I don't want to make him the king here because of factions. We can give him one of the kingdoms that we win in Holy Wars, for example. So Vyacheslav Milanovic is going to become the new king of Pannonia. Chiefdom of Sopron down here. Also the High Chiefdom of Esztergom. For now, I won't give him the kingdom just yet, so that people don't usurp it from him. Let him come of age, let him become an adult, and then we will think about that. Alright, let's continue with our wars here then. Alright, so we are ready to enforce demands for our second Holy War already. Chief Bagatur of Novosil over here. And then we will continue to move this army further north into our other Holy Wars. And look at that! We have received a message of surrender. This is Khagan Gostun II of Bolgar, whom we are declaring the Holy War for Ryazan over here. And he is surrendering already. Definitely gonna accept that, and that also finishes that war. Yeah, this is going to be pretty fast and pretty good so far already. And over here, I think this is also going to be quite fast because these are quite small realms. We can simply assault them and get 100% score immediately. Let's go here first. Into the lands of High Chief Keze of Murom. Alright, I'm currently facing some issues here. I'm suddenly above my vassal limit again. I don't know what happened. Maybe suddenly I got a couple of extra vassals which I did not notice. And what I've also noticed is that some people are sieging our capital over here, which is very dangerous because when they siege our capital, the prosperity goes down. And they also have a chance to take some family members as hostages, which is going to be very, very bad for us. So I'm going to move my army back here, take care of the capital first and foremost, and then we'll come back here to siege these people. Let's move them straight back to the capital as fast as possible. And in order to fix this vassal situation, I think I'm already gonna go ahead and give the Kingdom of Pannonia to my son here. Yeah, that's a bit reasonable now, isn't it? And let's just hope that he remains as the king. Yeah, his vassals pretty much hate him because they want seats on the council. So hopefully he can fix that as soon as possible. Oh, look at that. The regent is the guy who has the claim on the kingdom. Yeah, and he hates... no, he doesn't hate him that much. Alright, let's just hope that he remains the king. We'll see. For now, let's take care of our capital. Alright, so we are like not even halfway through, and the siege is almost done. So I think it's basically pointless to go in that direction anymore. We should just keep on pushing east over here. Finish these wars because we can't really stop that siege anymore. Yeah, we will see if that results in anything becoming looted or if they take some of our children hostages or not. It's gonna be off to luck now. Alright, my wife tells me she is pregnant But that can't be right, can it? Oh, and we forgot to ask her to convert back to the real faith, didn't we? But this definitely can't be right because we are celibate. And she's 44 years old. That worked, but our celibacy should have stopped this. So doubt besets me, and we'll definitely find someone out. Let's say pay some people to find out about that. Recognizing virtues and talents that others possess is truly a virtue. I am truly blessed by having a marshal that is more formidable warrior than I could ever dream of being. Honor him for his skill, or thank the Lord. We will definitely honor him for his skill. Dedication to religious pursuits has been noticed, and we make another friend. And let's go ahead and ask our wife to convert. We are ready to enforce demands against High Chief Keze of Murom over here. Force demands like that, and keep pushing forward into... We're not at war with him anymore, right? We already finished it. So, over here. And that was pretty fast. We are ready to enforce demands against Chiefess Vezav of Yuriev. Yeah, we are assaulting it quite fast here. The maid I hired to gain my wife Beretrude's confidence has not found anything at all suspicious about her pregnancy. I must know. No. Not gonna confront her. We will hire more spies, lose a little gold. But we definitely need to find out about that. And look at that. As always, the spies I hired at great expense to discover anything suspicious about my wife Beretrude and her pregnancy have failed to turn up anything at all. Useless indeed. I guess the child must be mine then? Nope, I do not guess that at all. I'm gonna wait until child is born, and maybe the game will then tell me who it actually belongs to. Alright, our concubine, Aniela, has died at age 32. She gave us a couple of children, and now we have to find a new one. Uliana, who is already pregnant, she's 23 years old. And Virchiava, she's Sumanusko. We apparently abducted her from somewhere. Yeah, I'm not gonna take her. I'm gonna take somebody who's iconoclast, who doesn't hate me. Take concubine, 39 years old. Yeah, it doesn't really matter to be really young, as long as young enough to give me the prestige bonus. So Danut is going to be my concubine. And our book has finally been composed. Everyone knows that I have spent years and years directing the work on my book, and today I am presented with the final product. To the beautiful Beretrude, huh? I scratch my chin, almost surprised that work has finally been finished. I felt inspired. To the beautiful Beretrude. So we wrote a book and dedicated that book to our wife, who has apparently been very unfaithful to us recently. Isn't that very tragic and unfortunate? We will see who the child of her belongs to. I felt inspired. Let's check out the book. To the beautiful Beretrude, a lengthy ode, or ode, I don't know how to pronounce that, to marriage and Beretrude, the wife of Tsar Milan. It's a quality 2 book, so not that good, and it gives a little bit of monthly prestige and sex appeal +7. Alright. Not a bad book, I would say. It's okay. But I'm really sad that my wife has been unfaithful to me when we are writing a book in honor of her. So bad. And look at that, isn't that some news? King Temerek of Bulgaria, a really big vassal down here, has declared Bulgarian-Byzantine de jure war over Strymon on Basileus of the Byzantine Empire. Our small, let's say one of our vassals, is going against the entire empire of Byzantine over here. Not to say that it's a big empire, but yeah, it's an empire, nevertheless, isn't it? So let's see how that goes. As she is growing older, I can see that Malfrida could use some guidance in some of my experienced areas. It will require hard work and may not always be appreciated, but this is my chance to make a self-sacrifice for the sake of Malfrida. I think we're definitely gonna make a self-sacrifice for all children here, so we will make her patient by getting out of patience a little bit for some time. And we are ready to enforce demands against High Chief Tilmache of Vologda. We will get these 2 counties from him, I believe. Yes, perfect. And then we will go ahead and assault this county over here, Vladimir. Oh, and look at that. I always thought that whenever we declare holy wars, we usurp those titles. But somehow, we have Tengri vassals over here. So we declared a holy war over here. Unless, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that it was a holy war that I declared. Unless it was some other kind of war that I declared. Because these tribes are currently owned by Tengri pagans. So we're going to have to revoke their titles. I did not know that they were not... so probably that's why my vassal limit went up earlier. Because here we see that I do gain the land directly under my name. But here apparently it didn't happen like that. Maybe the casus belli that I used was not a holy war. I don't know. And our half-brother, King Demetrius II the Young of Pannonia, who just died some time ago, has produced a daughter. And she was born not to his wife. But she's not declared a bastard for some reason. Was she? Maybe she was her concubine, his concubine then. Yeah, so this girl over here would have been his concubine. Probably that's why the child is not declared a bastard. But it also doesn't say child of concubine. So maybe the game kind of messed up or broke a little bit because he died before the child was born. Yeah, because it doesn't say the concubines here anymore. So it could be somehow related to that. But yeah, he produced only 3 children, all of them daughters, and that's why there was no one to inherit his kingdom when he died. And we are ready to enforce demands against Chiefess Megurka of Vladimir. Like that, and continue to press forward into Obranosh. Okay. A son was born to Tsar Milan the Blessed and Tsaritsa Beretrude of Carpathia named Vyacheslav. He's sickly. The exact opposite of strong over here. And, yeah. So somehow we were celibate. And even then we produced a child. And I'm pretty sure that this child is not mine. I know this. But Tsar Milan apparently doesn't. And he considers this child to be his own. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate, isn't it? We'll see if he survives. Yeah. So all the spies that we hired, because probably we have just 1 intrigue. I don't know, maybe it's because of that. And my wife has like 22. So, yeah, it could be because of that. And there it is. We can enforce demands against Chief Tilmache of Obranosh. Like that. And that's, I think, pretty much it for our wars to the east over here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think we can continue to go north now. Win these wars over here, and then from here go west. Take care of these people who are sieging our territory as well. And how's the war score situation? So we're starting to go into 20s against some people. So we do have to make it as fast as we can. We're also at war with Karadaku over here, but that's for the Holy War for this region. So this is something that this stack will take care of, probably. Yeah, with this stack I'm just going to go north towards Chud now. Sumenosko people. And even though I did ask my court physician to treat my sickly child, but whatever he did, I cannot see any improvements in little Vyacheslav. My son still seems worryingly lethargic. His subdued cries send chills down my spine. Why am I even paying that quack? Yeah, let's see if that child survives. Oh wow, look at that. Ecumenical Patriarch Euthemios has dispatched a group of prominent theologians to initiate peaceful dialogue with the heretics in Novgorod. So our capital here, Novgorod, is still following the monothelite heresy here. So the Ecumenical Patriarch has taken note of that, And they have sent us some theologians to possibly try to convert that. The ecumenical patriarch is definitely wise. Let's see if that already helps us to convert our capital back to the real faith very fast. Alright, a couple of important points here. So King Temeric of Bulgaria has inherited Kingdom of Bulgaria and other titles. So the King of Bulgaria has died of complications related to gout. And now his son, King Temeric II of Bulgaria, is the king down here. And that also means that we have lost the relationship here because my sister was married to the previous king. Yeah, but that still remains, let's say, retains the size of his kingdom. So he's still quite a big vassal over here. That's good. He did not split up, and I really would prefer him to stay big, as that helps me to keep him as a way of expansion when my threat is high, because he keeps on declaring wars down there. And the other important point is that we are ready to enforce demands against Chief Riku of Chud over here. Like that. And yeah, we started over here with about 15k troops, and by the time we got here we had about 10k, and then we lost a little bit more while assaulting that county. So this has been quite expensive in terms of attrition going through here, because it's winter time. And I did appoint somebody who is a winter soldier to lead the troops, but it's my allies, I think, who are suffering the attrition because my allies do not have that winter soldier, winter supply bonus. So yeah, they probably lost a lot of troops, but hopefully we will recover them as we go further, or come back into, let's say, counties with higher supply as the seasons change. Let's go here in Kargopol, because we're also pressing a holy war over there. Let's wait for him to get locked, and then we will go like that. And over here, what I've noticed is that the King of Epirus was also at war with somebody in the Byzantine Empire. It was the Duke of Adrianopolis, who was declaring a holy war against here. So I did not want the Duke of Adrianopolis to win, so that Epirus retains that land and we can get it when we press the claim. So I let Epirus win that war by not killing the armies of Epirus. But now that war is over, so we can already go ahead and siege all of their territory and also kill all of their armies. But I think we're already approaching the limit for this episode now. We have declared a lot of wars in this one and won a lot of them. And this has been a pretty weird one because of the FPS issues. So with all the cutting in the video, I hope that it's now watchable, and I hope you liked it. It's been quite some work. And yeah, I think we will have to continue this kind of work, that like cutting the video between wars for a few more wars. And I think by that time, hopefully, we won't have to do that anymore when we're down to a few wars. Or maybe we'll still have to do that. I don't know. Maybe it's because I have so many tribal vassals that when I call them all to war, that already causes some issues with the FPS, because there's so many army stacks that the game is calculating. We'll see. Maybe we have to keep on doing like that to finish all of these wars. But we will see that in the next episode then. Thank you very much for joining me for this one. If you liked it, please click thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for future content. And let me know in the comments, how are you feeling about this playthrough so far? I will see you next time. Bye-bye.